Go to bed.
But we're gonna get unblocked.
Sometimes you see him out there and he's just fucking asleep.
Get a pillow, get a blanket.
No, I'm not a fucking dirtbag.
Go to bed. Tired, dude.
Good night. Go to bed. All right, you guys ready?
Dude, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Go to Bed. I'm your co-host, Fiki, joined with my co-host.
The man, 50kowski _JP. Live. Been offline, but he's alive.
And now everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, did the reveal. It's JP and it's 50 cal. So anyone out there
You know they
that
have
doesn't
meds
know
for that problem, right?
what meds?
Yeah.
It's the hour I spend at Dublin that keeps me safe.
I thought you do some self-medicating after you get home.
I do, but that's for a different day, a different conversation.
Okay.
When the health coaches aren't here.
Yes, yeah.
All right, before we get too far into it, make sure to leave us a 5-star rating on the podcast app with a negative review, and we'll do a review of the week. So this week's review of the week was from CJW413. It says, confused as a golden doodle. So I'm driving with my puppy listening to the podcast, and JP does the intro for the Tech One Designs review. I look back and see the pup turning his head in confusion. Then I remembered the first time I heard him do the review, and I felt as confused as my dog looked today. 5 stars.
Hell yeah.
So make sure to leave us a rating and review on the podcast app. And more importantly than that, just make sure to tell a friend about the podcast and spread the word. We got a lot of good positive reviews from that last episode with Ryan. So if you haven't heard that one, go back and listen to that shit. So that was good too. It was definitely different for us to do that type of podcast, but everyone seemed to really enjoy it. So that was sweet. Go to bedpodcast.com for all things relating to this podcast. We got our merch on there, our Patreon, our PayPal. And if you donate $100,000 to us, JP will get the Go to Bed tattoo or Go to Bed logo tattooed on the top of his head.
100K.
Yeah.
There's that.
Right there behind you guys, right there. 100K. Anyone out there with some deep pockets? Let's go, dude.
Let's make it happen.
We're waiting on you.
And what else? Oh, we need to shout out our sponsors real quick. At Walden's Coffee House on Instagram. They just hooked us up with some food. Tell them a little bit about the food.
Okay, Feeks and I got the sausage breakfast burrito, best one in town.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, best burrito in the state or the country, dude. It's the best. And then Jacob and Derek got the hamburger.
Yep. Walden's Burger.
Walden's
Bomb.
Burger.
It's one of the best burgers in Reno by far.
It's real nice.
Yeah.
And side salad.
Side salad, no bun, playing by the rules.
There you go.
Yep.
75 hard, baby.
75 hard.
One more day.
One more?
One more day. Tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have
nice.
to talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for the burger, guys. It's legit.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chef
super
Michael at Walden's. 3 locations here in Reno, one on Mayberry, one on Arlington, and one on Wells. All homemade shit, so go check out some of their food and tell Michael or Manny to go to bed and get something for free.
Ooh, freebies.
And our other sponsor, Harmonious CBD, harmoniouscbd.com. Use code go to bed. Dude, I do that every fucking week.
Use code go to bed.
Code to bed. Use code go to bed at checkout for 10% off. Make sure to support our sponsors like they support
$30.
us. $30?
Or no, that'd be like
Yeah,
$9, dude.
Well, it would be a $30 discount if you had a $300 order.
Go big, boys. Go buy a lot. And type that code in,
Let me know you need help bookkeeping with your new business adventures, homie. I got you.
Fuck, dude, that's the least of his worries.
Dude, yeah. I just better make sure I pay my rent.
He did pay his rent on time this month. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Because you sent a Venmo request?
I did, yeah. That's how I do it, dude.
Okay.
But last month he's like, "Ooh, it might be tomorrow," and I'm like, "All right, sick. Yeah, I'll just cover."
Dude, it's on the 1st, not the day before, so it's like a couple hours late. It's like
Still late, dude.
It's still late, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not too bad. It's my first time ever being a couple hours late. I'm crushing it.
Hell yeah.
As long as you keep telling yourself that, dude.
Dude, I love myself.
All right, we got our first dual guest appearance. I guess we had 2 guests on before, but we only had 3 mics, so the audio sound like fucking shit. So this time we got the 4th mic in here, and we got this one fucking going up to the ceiling. That's probably the new arm. Yeah, just fucking pull that thing down, and then on the back you can tighten it on the it's right where your right hand is up.
Fucking
there.
Oh, no, I
equipment
think
check.
it's that one. I think it's that one.
There's 3 little knobs to tighten that thing. Or
That's-
else it will
yeah, I
just
think
be
it's pretty
flying
tight.
out.
It's a blue mic system right here.
There we go.
All right, dude. We got 2 special guests this time. We got Jacob and Derek, the co-owners of Double Edge Fitness. That's the gym we always talk about on here, the gym that me and JP go to every morning. So, guys, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what we're going to talk about, dude. That's JP's job.
Well, I got the hot topics
So,
right here,
all
bro.
right.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Dude, but let's let them introduce themselves and give like a short, brief little background.
Before, in case they forget, they have their own podcast called Reps of Discipline.
Yeah.
So you can check out their full story on like how Double Edge was started and all that. Was that episode 1 that you guys did that, or
2 or 3 or something like that.
That's one of the beginning episodes.
Yeah, it's one of the
They'll say
beginning
in the
ones.
title.
so you can get their full story if you go ahead and subscribe to their podcast, Reps of Discipline. They're both at DE_coach_ and then their names on Instagram. So Jacob and Derek there. So yeah, go ahead and give the listeners a small rundown on who you guys are, what you do, and we'll go from there.
You want to go first?
You go ahead, pal.
All right. My name's Derek Wellock. I am, like Alex said, one of the co-owners of Double Edge Fitness. It's a long story, dude. Been coaching now, health and fitness, for 11 years. When before ever even considered health and coaching like something I was going to do, I was just going to college, working full-time at a Western Nevada Supply here in Reno, and I was pre-dental. That was my main goal with college, was to get to dental school. And OChem kicked my ass hard.
What's that?
Organic chemistry.
Oh,
Yeah. I did that class 3 times. 3rd time came out with a C-. And that's pretty much one of those classes you got to get, like, either crush everything else and get a B or get A+. It's one of those deciding classes for dental school. Really, dentistry wasn't going to be for me. And honestly didn't know shit what I was going to do with my life, to be honest. So I switched over from biology to health ecology major, kept working full-time in construction. This was 2008 when the whole economy went to shit. And grinding through school, got to get the degree done, right? And really didn't know what I was going to do. Just kept working construction and, selling construction. I was a construction supply company. I was with them. And then we started doing a little training on the side. He was still in high school, my brother. And I started doing a little personal training on the side. My wife was going to PA school, blah, blah, blah. And the personal training just kind of kept evolving into where it was like, okay, this is now an opportunity that I can step away from working sales and stuff at a supply company. My wife's the one that gave me the confidence and told me I need to chase my dreams now and give it a try and try something else. What now? We don't have kids. We had a house, but we didn't have any of the big responsibilities and stuff. And she was doing her thing in Vegas, going to PA school, and I was up here in Reno. He had moved in with me, and we just kind of started building this personal training business, which is Wellock Wellness. And we're renting space from gyms and doing our thing that way. And one thing led to another thing, to where I was going to quit training again, go back into some sort of business-oriented real job, if you will. And we had a couple clients that said, no, that's not an option. Would you guys like to own your own place? And that turned into creating an investor relationship. And now we're at Double Edge. So that was an 11-year process. Like Alex was saying in the beginning, if you want that full story, it's like a 2.5 hour long podcast where Jacob and I break down our whole everything from beginning to today of where Double Edge came from. So if you're interested, give that a listen, because that's a long one. There's a lot of shit built into that.
Yeah.
But right now, currently, 2 CrossFit gyms. We love coaching people. We love helping people. I don't currently coach CrossFit classes anymore. I'm more of running the operations of the gym and making sure people get paid and bills get paid and shit like that. And honestly, I'm investing a lot of my coaching energy into nutrition coaching and more like mindset coaching, getting people to shake the crap out of their heads and the excuses to move forward with their health and fitness, and then use health and fitness to impact everything else in their life. I feel like God gave me the tools of health and fitness. Like, it's stuff I understand, it's stuff I love, it's the shit that gets me going. So I'm using those tools, those blessings to help other people dominate their lives. Like, I feel like that's my calling in life, and that's what we're doing every single day.
Oh, dude.
Dang.
Top that.
I don't think I can.
Good luck.
Yeah, even though you're right there with me every day doing it.
Right. Okay, my turn. My name is Jacob Wellock. I am little brother to big brother over here.
He's way stronger than me, though.
This is true.
This is very
This
true.
is true.
A lot of the things that Derek said that he's very passionate about in our start, I don't need to repeat that because obviously we have a very similar story there because we did it together. From a long time ago, I knew that I wanted to do something involved with my brother, and we were both very passionate about the fitness industry and just being active and things of that nature. So I knew that we were going to grow together, and here we are now with two CrossFit gyms, trying to kick ass at life and working at it every single day. A little bit, I guess, more background on me. I hated school. Derek was talking about organic chemistry here a little bit ago. I absolutely hated school more than anything. I hated sitting in classroom and being forced to do busy work for no reason. It drove me insane. So we had the opportunity to open up our first location, and I went all in on it and haven't looked back ever since. And I guess a little bit of I guess I can go on a sports background a little bit since you talked about fitness. As me and Alex were talking here a few months ago about motocross. That was actually my passion growing up. When I was in middle school all the way through high school, all I wanted to do was go pro in racing. And that is it's a tough sport, man. It's hard. We were talking
shit
about
out of your body.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah. So expensive.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I loved it. We were reminiscing about some of the old racing days with some of our local pros and stuff like that. So racing had a big part in like why I love to train and kind of taking the application of training for like motocross. And after motocross, I got into border cross, which is kind of the snowboarding equivalent of racing dirt bikes. And always loved training hard for these sports. So being able to take that application into our everyday health and fitness and being able to provide that for, a lot of people between our two gyms is something that is it's pretty badass and I love to do. So I guess a little background on me.
Sweet, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm about moto too, dude.
Hell
You
yeah.
still ride?
Last time I fired up my dirt bike was
We still own
3 months before I
fucking
graduated
pieces.
my
But
senior year of high school.
No way.
So it's been 10 years.
Damn,
Dude,
Since
what's
I
it
rode
going
a
to
dirt
take
bike
to get
last
you out
time.
of Chickadee?
I need to get a dirt bike.
about
Running.
$3,000
Yeah, about 3
repairs.
grand. Yeah, exactly. My 450's frame is sitting on a stand and everything else is in 10,000 pieces.
Okay.
Still.
Okay.
It
At your
literally
parents' house?
hasn't moved. Yeah,
Yeah,
at
Fuck,
parents'
dude, if I was
house.
your dad, I would have thrown that fucking thing away already.
Yeah.
He wants to fix it for us, and he's got a lot of things going
Yeah.
on with my grandma. They're building an addition to the house to move my grandma in, but he keeps saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna get these running. I'm gonna bring them to Reno
Yeah.
because he's our mechanic." And so yeah, someday there'll be two 250s
Someday.
and a
It'll
450.
happen. It'll happen.
I'll be rolling up here. It's the original dual exhaust
Yeah,
250.
06.
Yeah, he has an 08, did the same thing.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Got 05, 450, and 06, 250.
Yeah, I'll show you guys how to fucking crash. That's what I'll do.
I thought he was going to say, I'll show you guys how to fucking ride.
I was like, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I fucked myself up. Like,
Fucking stick to the power cleans, dude.
I'm going to stick to a lot of other things. Trust me.
That's funny. All right, dude. So,
Didn't you guys, you grew up in like Yerington or Smith Valley or something like that?
All that shit.
Yeah, Smith Valley. Small
Valley.
farm town.
We lived in Smith Valley. Well, you went to Smith Valley High School.
Yeah.
I lived in Smith Valley, but I went to Yerington High School.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had two different high schools.
They
There's
don't.
not.
I drove 40 miles one way each day.
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
'Cause he wrestled.
Wrestling program.
Smith
So-
Valley didn't have one of those.
That I didn't have it, and wrestling was kind of my thing. I liked winning and I liked beating people up, but it's interesting that wasn't really like I was passionate about winning and like I loved the sport of wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but it's interesting to where I'm at today. Like if I would have had the passion that I had now in wrestling, it would have been kind of scary. Like I think what I maybe could have done in college and stuff,
Mhm.
but. It's a good part of my history, but not one like having any regrets about.
There you go.
But it was interesting 3 years of driving every single day from Smith Valley to Arrington just to wrestle.
How long of a drive?
It's 40 miles one way.
Oh, okay.
It's not terrible, but it just
still, dude.
Yeah,
Early as fuck like that.
for a
30 minutes,
16-year-old,
35 minutes.
like to do that, it's because you gotta leave earlier. Everything's different. Like there's no screwing around with friends after school because I had to fucking drive home. Like it was just different.
Yeah.
So, but before that, I was homeschooled. Makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, we know.
Dude, we know a lot of homeschool guys.
Yeah, and they're not our friends. We just act like it.
Yeah. I get it.
They think they are.
Do your parents live there still?
Yeah, they still
Okay.
live there. They got 20 acres out there.
Dang.
So he's got it's all grown in with sagebrush now.
Yeah,
Motocross track on the
motocross
property.
track. Now it's all bushes. The
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Any horses or anything you guys have?
We
or-
did when I was younger.
Yeah.
We got into sports in high school and trying to get girls and shit and didn't really care about horses.
They don't? I think they would, dude.
What?
Chicks care about horses?
I thought you meant the horses care about the chick.
There's a place in Mexico I
could.
heard that does some
Oh,
shit
God.
like that.
We're in Mexico. Well, whatever. I mean, you never know. Depending on the cities, like Smith Valley might have some chicks that are into horses. You know, it's just the area.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
But
were
you mean like 4-H?
4-H.
FFA.
I'm not
Get
sure.
your farmers in there.
Dude, I rode a horse once and I crushed it, and I was like, "This."
Oh
is
yeah, I
not for
did.
me.
I saw it on the gram.
And that was like
That was
3
a
weeks
good-
ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cowboy. Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of nerve wracking when they get spooked and take off sprinting. It's scary.
They put them on the
It's
side
scary, dude.
overweight when they
Dirt
come
bike,
more
you just
shit.
let off the throttle, you know?
Yeah.
So you panic rev and you come out and be like, okay, everything's fine. The horse wants to run. Dude.
Just-
You can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're big.
I remember trying to panic rev once in the air, going over a big old tabletop out instead, overshot that fucker, bounced my head off the bar, couldn't stand up straight for like 20 minutes.
Holy cow. Instead has some hard dirt too.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
And
it fucking
concrete.
hurts to crash out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all shut down now. It's all
It is?
private land. Yeah, you can't go out there anymore.
Damn. I remember I was younger and I thought it was so cool when you jumped like the 3 tables and with clearing them all.
Yeah, I remember those 3 jumps.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, if you could do that, you're fucking good, you know?
Yeah.
But really, it's not.
You know,
I thought it was
did
legit.
you guys ever ride it when there was that double triple? I think you and I have talked about this.
Like,
You know what I'm talking about? Like they shut it down. They never put it in a race anymore
mhm.
because it was like
Is that the one that
first
Supercross.
that Johnny jumped the whole thing? That one?
No,
Where you
it was
go
like
down
to
and-
the side of like the main track. Like there was a little double and it went right into like a 70-foot triple kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Uh-huh.
They never put it in a race again, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I remember jumping that. And I came up short the first time I did. It hurt so bad, but I was like so excited at the same time that I actually committed to it. Then I think I jumped it like 150 times that day.
Yeah, they had some stupid shit out there sometimes.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
about that even at like Mustang or really any of the tracks except for Fernley. Like
Yeah.
when they would just build new shit, it was always so unsafe.
Oh yeah,
Just
it was,
fucking.
It was built for like pros. Then you get beginners, which is the sketchiest
Yeah.
class anyway.
Mhm.
40 dudes like I can do it,
Yeah.
and then they go for a jump. I can't do it, and all of a sudden 30 dudes end up piling
Yeah.
up. We're all
That's me.
broken. Yeah,
That was me too, dude.
I did what, like 4 beginner races?
yeah.
and
It's
said,
either
"Fuck this."
it's either you're rolling it or you're committing to it. There is
Yeah.
no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's what's really scary for hitting a jump first time, and especially if you can't
Yeah.
see the landing, you can't like half jump it really
Yeah,
because it's like you don't know where the fuck the landing is. So you just got to commit.
yeah. The worst feeling is going off a jump and knowing in the air that you're going to eat shit before you land. Like you know that you're fucked, and you just accept it in that slow motion like phase.
Yeah,
And then you land, and then it's just, you're fucked.
And
You
it's
try
always
your
as
best.
soon as you leave the lip, you
Yep.
know. It's not like, oh, I might be able to pull this
Pull it
off.
off.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah,
Not looking
it's just
good.
like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
Right away.
That's
Yeah, and you
snowboarding
go through
jumps,
like
too.
those whole like stages of like fear, like acceptance, grief, all before you hit the ground.
it's a little
And then
story.
you just pray at the last second, like I hope this doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah,
And it always does.
Yeah.
and it's just really loud, and you just see dirt, and then you're like,
Get
it's
up,
like,
yeah.
kind of like
$800 worth of
Then
parts
you're
are busted off
okay.
your
Yeah. Then you
fucking
go
bike.
look at the bike, and then the bike's broken. You're like, fuck. Yeah.
You
that's
guys
the
didn't
worst.
know JP is a state champion
Yeah.
for motocross.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
People stop me all the time in traffic and stuff, but
Damn.
like it's the 03 60 beginner champ. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I mean, it's
You
no
blow
big.
minds all over the place. You let the people know who 50 cal is.
Yeah.
State champ, man.
Yeah. 07,
Did you just say
08.
60cc?
Yeah.
Beginner.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Beginner. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
legit.
right, dude.
He still has the championship jacket he wears
over
around
there, yeah.
sometimes. It's like up to here. It's like a 3/4 sleeve.
Yeah, it's like a baseball jacket.
That's awesome,
Dude, for 2007, 2008 flat track TT champ too. Thunderbolt
Nice.
Speedway. Got a lot of.
Basically, no one else was in the class except you and like a couple other kids that are kids of tweakers in Mount House.
Hey,
and
that's
it.
competition, dude. I don't know if that's competition to me, dude.
Hey, they showed up, you know?
Yeah, yep. And I dusted them.
That's how our Masters Division Battleground is going to be this year
What?
For women.
for women.
Yeah.
Nobody
What?
wants to compete.
No one?
Yeah, our
Really?
women's division's going to be pretty small. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about Battlegrounds. That was one of the topics that he has on there. So tell the people what Battlegrounds is and they can come watch it and all that shit.
That's Jake's department.
So Battlegrounds is a competition that we've been putting on every year. This will be our 5th year doing it. And the reason that we started it is because we felt there was not enough CrossFit competitions in the Northern Nevada like spectrum. Like there's a competition in SoCal damn near every weekend. And there just wasn't a lot happening here. And we're all very passionate about competing and doing like cool shit. And we wanted to be able to provide a competition to the community that was a little different than kind of like your everyday, I guess, what little CrossFit competition. So Battlegrounds, when, like, for example, when I write the programming for Battlegrounds, I want all of the workouts to be something that you typically wouldn't train in like a normal like training environment. Like a lot of competitions you go to, which is totally fine. They can be very basic movements, make it very inclusive that everyone can do. Like Battlegrounds is about like the mission statement, and in the little logo, the whole idea of Battlegrounds is all about finding new limits. So trying to get the athletes at the end of the 2-day weekend, when they're finished, that they're going to be sore, they're going to be jacked up, but they went through a weekend of doing shit that they didn't think they could do otherwise.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of been my, I guess, deep down thinking about why I wanted it to be different is I wanted it to be this competition that means more than just another competition to sign up for. Like you do it and you finish at the end of the weekend and you're proud of like, hell yeah.
Like even if you got
Like-
dead last, you did something.
Like, yeah, you're like, I did this. Like I fucking signed up for, whatever. And I got through this weekend and it whooped my ass, but I did it. I found new limits. And that's the whole point of this competition.
That's cool. And I haven't ever seen like workouts like the one you've programmed. Even the latest one, what was it, Double Down? Or
Double time.
Double
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah.
That one is really cool. I've never heard of anything like that where you have to, your time is 50 air squats, but at the top of every minute you have to go back and do whatever it was.
Yeah. So there was a games workout a couple years ago where they did something similar with overhead squats and rope climbs, like a similar format. And me and Joaquin, a coach at our gym, were sitting there talking about being able to bring that format into it and how can we do it. And through some brainstorming, came up with the 50 front squats with the fat bar. And you're doing it. Have you ever done front squats with fat bar?
Mm-mm.
Sucks.
I've only ever put that thing overhead. So I know it's like you can feel the momentum of the weights because they're fixed instead of moving.
Yeah.
But I figured that because I was watching the video you posted on Instagram of Joaquin doing it.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, you can see him like kind of collapse a little bit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I bet that's from like coming down in the bar, turning.
The weights pull.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then when you go back, when you front rack that bar, because how big it is, like with our normal barbells, they're thin enough that you can just kind of rest it if you have good mobility. But that fat bar's
Can't
pressing into your throat,
Okay.
no matter how flexible you are. So it definitely adds a new dynamic. But yeah, I'm really excited. Every year I kind of geek out about the competition. I'm always excited about this.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always nervous.
Of what?
The operational execution of Battlegrounds isn't the easiest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
So we really try to have an event that's ran well, judged well, where it's a great athletic experience from athletes having a place to actually warm up, bathrooms, facilities. Like the gyms get the shit beat out of them when we do this. Our equipment gets beat up. And just like so many people do put a lot of effort and are volunteers and everything to pull this off. Like it's a lot with everything else we already do, right? So like take Battlegrounds to another level. Like there's people that plan some of these bigger comps, like say Wadapalooza and stuff. Like that's all they do for the whole year is plan that comp.
Oh,
like they spend it's their full-time job, from marketing, operations, execution of it. So it's like we could throw together a simple gym comp, make a couple bucks, and people throw down. I mean, we really tried to. This comp's not about making big money. Like some of these comps make big money. This is not for us. It's purely about providing an event that is good for the community as a whole. Like the whole Reno, Tahoe, Sacramento. We've had people from Canada. We've had people from Mexico come do the comp, said nothing but great things. And the whole thing is about providing an experience versus like just another comp.
Right.
That's cool.
So we try to make trophies legit, just a few other things on top of it that, so it gets stressful and it's exhausting for the team. So it's really run by the staff of Double Edge. We're the ones that all pull it off together collectively. So, I love it, but it's work.
Yeah. I put out a post like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you saw it or not. And so every year that we've done Battlegrounds, we've lost money on it. We want it to be this experience and just getting to the point like, okay, we can't continue to lose money on this competition. Like we still want to provide this experience. So one of the ways that we're going to alleviate that is every year we did a fairly big cash prize for our RX winners. And it's just like, we can't put in so much to just, these 6 individuals and then get a hit on the whole other side of the competition. So we cut some of that back a little bit so we can still put forth that really what we believe in, what we're trying to do, high quality experience in a competition, and not lose money on it. Every year.
We tried to take it to downtown, which was cool and venue. Like it was legit when we did it down there.
Yeah, it was by the river.
By the river.
Oh yeah.
And just like we really learned some operational shit. These guys, when you run big comps like this, from equipment overheating. I mean, our barbells, we didn't even think about it when it happened, but they got so hot you couldn't grab them.
Yeah.
So we had to like ice them off. The screens on the bikes got super hot, so you couldn't even see the screen. Like when your cell phone, you leave it in the car dash, right, and disappears. Like all that stuff. And not to mention, we had to pretty much dismantle the gyms, haul all that equipment to downtown Reno for 2 days, and then Sunday night, set everything back up and be ready to teach 5 a.m. class on Monday.
Yeah.
So it's like that was real work.
Yeah.
And there's the one year we didn't get done doing everything to midnight.
Yeah.
Getting everything set back up, and we went and got a beer at Flowing Tide, and we were just like,
no one was even talking.
Yeah,
we're all
nobody's
sitting there at
talking.
dinner. Everyone's just so tired that we're just sitting there staring at our beer.
You're in the heat all day, 2 days in a row, slinging equipment and this and that, and cool factor fucking 15 on a scale of 1 to 10 for a local comp. I mean, Trent had the drones flying that year.
Yeah,
like, there's some shit going on, but it was a kick in the dick. And then also just like so many little expenses that added up from having to rent U-Hauls and this and that to get things out. And like we lost our fucking ass financially doing that.
Yeah.
And just didn't make sense. We brought it back to the South Gym. We're trying to keep that spirit alive with putting a good comp on, and the Reno community, giving everybody locally a cool thing to look forward to every year.
I just picture you guys at the bar after that, and the bartender's like, "Could I get you guys anything else?" You're like, "Yeah, good, you."
Yeah,
you're so tired. It's like, not too bad.
That's damn near what it was like, dude. That's damn near what it was like.
That's crazy. I don't think Joaquin made eye contact with anybody.
Yeah, dude. We were all just so not there mentally.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
We're like, let's go celebrate and have a beer and stuff. We're like, yay! And then we get our beers and we're all just sitting there like this, table silent. Take a drink, set it down. No one's saying anything at all.
You guys are like trying to pump up the team. So wasn't that awesome? They're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Not really.
We weren't trying to pump up shit, dude. We were both sitting there like, oh, God, we just got ran the fuck over.
Yeah. Well, the day would start, like I would get up. I mean, these guys, so that year I was DJ. But last year I was doing media. I mean, we'd get up at 3:45 in the morning and be done after cleaning and getting everything set up for the next day at midnight. and it's go like there's no rest effort because you're going from this division to this division to this division. So there's never like a break time for anyone.
So mad respect to the people that put on the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, I bet it's.
Fuck, that's so gnarly.
Oh, I forgot to watch it.
There's like a crew of 50 full-time people probably that.
Oh, I bet it's.
I think they have like
Yeah.
300 or 400 volunteers or something.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
huge
full-time,
volunteers.
yeah.
I'm just saying full-time people that plan that and execution of that
Yeah.
between Rogue and all their.
It's a big operation.
We were watching yesterday, and like in between heats, you see just like a line of people that come out to move the barbells off, and they're just like one by one taking the bars, like all in order. I'm like, damn, dude, these guys got their fucking shit together.
Oh yeah, the
It's
behind the
funny.
scenes back in the day, it's drill instructor shit.
Well, that sometimes, so I remember this has happened a couple times at the games where something operationally went wrong. And like, let's say it's the men's heat too, and they got to change out weights or whatever. And I remember one year that all the volunteers and this guy, they brought out the women's bars for the guys. And they were like laying out the numbers. I'm looking at them like that bar is way too light for the guys, like 115 pound thrusters. It's supposed to be like 165. And then like Dave came out on the floor and he's yelling at people, like, what the fuck is going on? And like people were getting their ass chewed. They're like, get it out of here. Like, because they were on ESPN's time frame.
Yeah.
So they couldn't be late. So they had to like rush everything out and get the next people out. And everyone on the floor was pissed. No one was seeing it yet. But yeah, people were getting their asses chewed out. It's happened a couple times.
Yeah, the moral of the story is running an event.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. Have you ever had a member like him?
How are you gonna go? Never have I ever.
I asked him that. I'm like, dude, I don't think that. I was like, just put like this kid fucking has never worked out before, starts CrossFit, and like literally the first week he's doing 50 cal shit, like makes it the 50 cal Instagram, doing stupid shit.
Well, the first
right
thing
off the
I
bat.
saw was you at Midtown on a bike. Joaquin was coaching at Midtown. Who the fuck is this?
I remember that. Yeah. I remember I just changed right there and started doing shit.
Or just like the interactions that he has, just watching him with you guys when you're there at the gym versus all the other members. I'm like, dude, I don't think they've had a member like you.
No. I say 50 cal is one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah, it's a hit, dude. I bet you. I can't wait till someone goes, oh, 50 cal referred me, you know? That's going to be a good day.
Hey, if that happens, I will let you know.
That'd be so cool. I'll try
Yeah,
my
dude.
best to get that.
I'll show up here with the beer and be like, here you go.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
A little bit more
I'm
incentive.
really trying to think if there's anybody even close in the last 11 years.
No.
It's that unique. Let's use a nice word.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. What, like, they're just not standard or normal people, but they
I'd say-
just go in and do their thing and go out and, like, simple or what?
Well, in reality, right, our target market's like 30 to 50-year-old business professional people. And it's like we're seeing this in general, especially with our generation, you know, getting out, doing things, being entrepreneurial in spirit. And like, you know, you're seeing a shift from the standard went to college, the structure, right? Like I'm a part of that culture where it's like everything's structured, go to college, do this, do this, do this. Whereas you were able to hold on to like your personality, your identity, you're able to bring that not just to your filmmaking and, you know, your brand, if you will.
Right.
You're able to maintain that. And it actually is something that's cool. It's contributing to you and I think your success. I'm not trying to give you a handy under the table here,
Right,
but
right.
it's kind of cool because it's different. You know, we are so used to seeing a different, I don't want to say different in a negative way, just like I'm able to see that generation of the college, the business that go through these steps and stuff. But you two particularly are out like paving a new way and you're part of a different generation, kind of like Jacob here. I mean, you said it. You said, like, I didn't go to college. I'm doing this. I'm chasing my dreams, my passions, my desires.
Yeah.
And I think that alter ego of yours is honestly something that contributes to your big mission of what you do.
Right.
Like, I like it. I don't like 50 cal smoking pot at the fucking front desk. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I never smoked there.
Just other places.
Just out front. I'm just kidding.
But it's kind of cool, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It brings, I know the people that know you at the gym now, they truly like your presence and they like that bringing that humor and that, you know, it's something a lot of us fucking straight arrows type A personalities, we would like to be able to be like that. right? But we're so wound up so fucking tight we can't. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I can't be wound up tight or like.
Well, it brings everybody else around you not down in a negative way, but it brings down their guard.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it brings everyone up. Like just being around him. Like he's never in a bad mood, and like you can't be in a bad mood around him because he's always fucking joking, and like anything you say, he's witty as fuck, like right back with some pun, or even if you're just trying to like talk to him normally, not with like a serious conversation, but if it's just a normal conversation, it's always funny with him, you know?
Yeah,
which is
better.
cool. And what I'm seeing too, just like your discipline in the gym, because people that typically fuck off the way you do don't have any other discipline.
All right.
Right? It's like you're the fuck off generation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You are like showing discipline 6 days a week. Like when we posted the committed club, like how the fuck did you beat me by 1 day?
Yeah.
Because you guys go together.
Right. Like he
Every
did a
day.
weightlifting class
Yeah,
and checked
snuck
in.
in there.
He snuck one in there.
Drove by Midtown, check in.
Keep going.
I was like, there's no way.
Check the cameras.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool to see, even if you may not have realized it yet, or maybe you have, but like you're exhibiting discipline in other areas of your life. Like you told me how you're starting your business and starting to grow this and take these things seriously. And like, you know, your haircut, right? It's funny. And like you said, it's cool when you're not the fucking idiot with the bowl cut.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But, you know,
I
I wanted to
watching it.
laugh at it and be a part of it, but you're 100% right. Like you want to show up to a professional business meeting, you want to have your personality intact, but you still got to be able to bridge that and communicate with people. So it's like you have a very unique presence about you, dude, and it's good to be around. Like I appreciate you being in the gym and the energy you bring, both of you guys. And no, it's cool. And I've heard nothing but good things about you. I hear shit at Midtown, like people laughing when 50 Cal comes out and does some shit. Did you see what 50 Cal did today?
Hell
like,
yeah.
and people at Midtown comment who have never even met you.
Yeah. I
So
seen that.
honestly, dude, it's a really good positive vibe for the gym culture.
Right.
And I'm just me and 50 Cal, we going 75 hard together.
Uh-oh.
No weed.
Here we go, dude.
No way, dude.
No
There's
alcohol,
way.
75 days, bro.
There's
we
no
got
way,
this.
no
I'll show
way.
up at your house 3:30 every morning. Get that shit done.
Dude, I could do no alcohol easily, but no weed, there's no way, dude.
Oh, man.
There was no way.
Yeah, I
Dude,
used
if
to
you
say
do
I couldn't do no
75
alcohol either.
You do 75 hard, you could be 75 Cal.
I earned 25.
Yeah.
50 ain't shit.
Dude, I might change the username.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. If I do,
75 cal.
75 hard cal.
Better than 75 soft, which some people have talked to me about doing. I'm like, that doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
that's
count.
not it.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Like
scaled
doing-
version?
like half-ass doing it.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
like, don't fucking
You know,
talk to me
you
about
ever
that
seen Lord
after
of the
what I
Rings?
just put myself through.
You've never seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
You know, when he was like Gandalf the Grey, and he went through all that shit, and he came out as Gandalf the White, like
Yep.
more badass. It'd be like 50 go through the challenge and come out 75.
You
Cal,
literally just
dude.
got compared to Gandalf in fucking
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
Is he a big member?
Yeah.
He's a,
dude.
dude, he's a huge member.
Is he a big
You
part of the movie?
might want to check that reference out.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, he's a big member.
Like
Yeah,
part of the movie?
I thought you were referring to something else. Yeah. He's a big character in the series.
So, yeah,
Okay.
back
One
to
of
your
the main guys.
question, dude. Like, no, there isn't. It's a unique fucker right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he is,
fun,
dude.
dude. I like that. I like the gym that everyone's cool with. Like they get the humor, you know, in 50 cal or the jokes I make and the dumb questions of the day answers I give, you know. And it'll make other people think of something funny too, which is cool. Rather than like, yeah, like I'm tired, you know. It just makes it boring if it's everyone's like, oh, I'm tired today, like, or fuck, this workout's gonna suck. You always like if people are gonna say that or just rather fuck around, just makes it fun.
So another thing that resonates with what you asked is somebody that's never worked out before. And you said this to me when you started up. It's like how you felt comfortable coming into the gym and how you never felt judged or you didn't know what the fuck you're doing.
No.
Fuck, you still don't.
Still
Yes.
doesn't.
Dude, I was calling some movement power squat
Dude,
clean. or-
like how I know I didn't say anything, but when he was talking about the Battlegrounds workout, and he said the workout's 50 air squats, and I was like, he thought it was something else. He knew it wasn't air squats, but he just has no fucking clue about any of the movements, and he just makes shit up. Like he said, like Power press is one of his movements. Power squat is one of his movements.
Burpee snatch.
No, he said he told Chris the other day. She asked him something, but you're like, oh, it was like a front snatch catch. She was like,
yeah, exactly. Do that again.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of terms and the abbreviations throw me off.
It's cool that you're able to show up in this environment, which a lot of people are intimidated by CrossFit, right? You're having a great experience. You're coachable, which is huge.
Yeah.
Being able to come in and having the mindset of like, hey, I actually want you to teach me. I want to learn from you because I've never done this shit before in my life.
Right.
And you're actually evolving your life doing these daily reps of discipline, if you will.
Right.
And it's been cool to see and witness it. So,
yeah. That's what I don't get about people going to the gym and not like wanting to be taught. You know, it's like
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of
it's
them.
just weird because it's like their ego gets them in the way.
That's
or
100%.
something. Yeah.
Before I had met you in 50 cal, I saw that these Instagram posts were coming out from 50 cal, and I like texted him and I was like, dude, who the fuck is this? I was like, what is going on right now?
My gym's going down.
I'm going to be getting a letter from Home Depot here pretty soon about a fucking shopping cart. That was one of the best things ever. But I was waiting.
That was so
when you kept flying in
dude,
with the fucking
I
shopping
appreciated that video because I just bought a brand new Tundra last year, and within like 3 weeks, I had 4 or 5 shopping carts slam into my truck from Home Depot.
No way.
And dude, I was fucking
Jake was so happy to see that shopping cart get fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude, I carry that
he does
thing
it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, and then their plant racks got loose, and one of them slammed into the side of my truck.
Really?
It left
Gnarly
a huge
dent.
fat dent. I had to go get all that checked or get it all fixed, and I had to do claims with Home Depot, and they were a pain in the ass to deal with. So when I saw that video of you dragging that cart, I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck that cart, dude.
Seriously, dude.
I
I'll
was
put the plant
laughing,
rack
man.
up, dude.
Carts get a mind of their own. Man.
I was laughing at that video, the running across the Home Depot truck. I'm
fuck.
like, fuck that truck, man.
Yeah, the
dude.
soil jumps. Yeah.
And then when you're running across the gym and it was like in slow motion, you're dragging with the bar. That video made me
That was
laugh my
so
ass
hard
off.
to do. It was so hard to hold yourself up, like, and not drag, and because my jacket thing is open.
anything for the shot.
Anything.
for the
That was
shot.
like my 5th take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Anything for the shot.
Usually you get them on the first take. But
Yeah.
that one took a few.
Yeah, it was hard to just hold myself up, because you can go like that, but you just hit your face or
Not
something.
go over the bar.
Yeah. But
That was
Dude, we
fun.
might have to shoot some more 50 content at Home Depot. I didn't know they were such big fans
well,
of Home
I
Depot
can do
shit.
that. Dude, I'll hook a plant rack up, drag it across this etc.
See the fucking pile, shelf aisle come flying out of the Home Depot.
Thanks. It's like isn't this like the Amazon store? You go in and take anything out, and it just automatically charges.
Bill Derek. I'm with Double H. Take off.
That wouldn't be good.
That probably wouldn't work out so well for everybody.
Yeah, that really made me laugh.
Dude, so what's up with like the CrossFit gyms? I didn't really realize this until I listened to your podcast and you guys talk about it a little bit, like CrossFit gyms talking shit about each other, or mostly about you guys, I guess. But
Yeah.
I had never heard anything like no one's ever. I post about you guys all the time, and no one's ever said anything to me about it. And like, I know the dude that owns Regulus Fit. I've talked to him a bunch. Super cool dude. He's never said anything.
Yeah, he's solid.
But I didn't realize like so much chatter goes on. Like, why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, from the beginning,
Lay it out there.
I mean, we could start from the beginning.
Haters gonna hate.
they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
No,
Not
we
trying
like
to be a dick about
Miles
it, but
good
it's
dude.
interesting.
But I mean, it's when we first opened the gym, the CrossFit community around town anyway, like everyone, it's like, if you go to this gym, we don't like you. If you go to this gym, we don't like you. Like everyone's like, it's our community, and if you leave us, then fuck you, kind of thing. Not us. That's how it was. And then we came in and we opened up our location, and we happened at the time when we opened up Midtown, it was actually one of the biggest CrossFit gyms in the world when we
really?
opened it. So we came in and everyone had this perception that we're just like these, you know, rich
fund
boys
kids.
that had everything given to us, and they're like, oh, they didn't fucking work for shit. You know, who the hell do they think they are coming in here with this nice location? Fuck those guys. Like, that's how it started. And then, I mean, you can branch off more on it, but we still, like, people still make those comments. Like, especially when we open the South location, like, oh, those fuckers, those rich kids, like, we still get those comments.
I got a text message literally shared with me the other day about somebody, and I know who they are, and I'm not going to say names or anything, but it's like, I've met you one time in my fucking life. Yeah. And I actually really want to build a relationship with you because it could be very meaningful both ways.
Yeah.
And for you to say that and we don't even know each other.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
What'd they say?
I'd have to get next.
Pull it out, dude.
Pull it out.
Word for word.
Yeah. I mean, this is just an example. Like there's another, like, I won't say any names either. There's another individual that I have met a couple times, and I'm not fake at all. I'm not going to be like, if I don't like you, I'm just going to talk to you. I'm not going to be like, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm just not going to talk to you. But, like, if they're being friendly, like, I'll be friendly. But some of these individuals I know will, like, say things, and I'm like, I met you once or twice. Like, why do you hate us? Like, we've done nothing wrong.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, this person texted one of my newer employees, and like, I heard you went soft, and you let DE turn you into their cash cow.
Oh.
And then person replied, "Who's this?"
On your phone, who dis? Double is paying for it.
Oh. Are you too cool for the little people now? Sounds about right after Derek getting his claws into you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Like, all I've ever done is help promote people forward and give. I mean, we're the first gym in town. I'm going to go on record saying this. This is 100% the truth. To provide people outside of anything supported by the federal government an actual paying, salaried, coaching CrossFit job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's not one.
What do you
I think there's a couple now, but there was every CrossFit coach in this town was for trade or 1099, paid for class, or, it wasn't an actual career. Like when you go and see Chris, she does this as her career. She gets paid a salary. All of our full-time coaches, it's a real job.
Yeah. And it's not just specific to very much our local community, but the CrossFit thing in general. A lot of gyms are like that. They'll do it for trade, or
most gyms are like that.
Yeah.
1099 independent contractors, you pay rent, you trade per session, this and that. But our mindset, and again, this is on the podcast, Reps of Discipline, little plug there. Our mindset opening the gyms was, if we're going to do this, our goal is not just to make careers for us, it's really to make careers and make this a career path for CrossFit coaches.
Yeah.
Cool.
When I was going to UNR, one of my big things was I wish I could have done some sort of internship with somebody like me, right?
Right.
Learn and see what this is about as a possible career possibility and stuff. And that's one thing I've always wanted to have, is an avenue for students to, like, hey, I want to check this out as a career, like a viable career option with health insurance and retirement, all those things. That was the goal. And so that's one component possibly.
Yeah.
All right, a little technical difficulty here. We're working with the 2012 MacBook, bottom line one, So.
Yeah, thanks, Steve, for taking the.
Well, it was the Mac's fault. It was none of our fault.
All right, so basically it stopped recording, but we're just talking about the gym and all that shit. But what I was saying, I'll go through that whole thing again, I guess. But it's just funny to me that that people like talk shit about it being a nice gym when that's the whole reason why I signed up there. And now I feel like an idiot for repeating this because we just talked about this, but no one heard it. So I was saying that basically before I even started going to Double Edge, I decided that I wanted to do CrossFit. And then like 2 months before I even signed up, I just went on Google and searched like CrossFit gyms in Reno. And I was going through just doing research and looking at the website for each gym. And then I decided on Double Edge just based on the website because it looked like the most legit gym in town, like the facility, and they had all the info about the coaches on there and all that shit. So it's weird to me that people think that it's a negative to have like a nice gym or a more expensive gym and all that. And then I was also saying that like another reason why I wanted to go to a nicer gym was I knew there would be like networking opportunities they're like more affluent people go to those type of gyms, you know, at least I'd say just CrossFit in general, but then also a more expensive CrossFit gym, you're going to get twice as much, I guess, versus like a fucking Planet Fitness or something for $9 a month. But, and then like today after class, you know, I sat with this dude, Brian, for like 30, 45 minutes and we were just talking real estate, and this dude's got like 27 flips going on in Ohio right now. And then he's talking like, oh, we should work on this together and this and that. And I was like, dude, that's exactly why I joined Double Edge right there. I knew it'd be a legit gym. The coaches are legit because they're all on salary and it's a career, and the networking opportunities that you get with the members there.
Yep. Oh, it's that, to your point exactly. So it's like our goal was to run a business, right? Like our business is health and fitness. A lot of culture, this is across the board. CrossFit gyms are very like, bro, get to work out with my bros. Get to support my bros, not I'm running an actual business. And this is chronic across the board. And us going into this, I've always wanted to own my own business. And we've always wanted to do something like this together. So it's like when we went into this, the mindset was to run a company, not, and that like our service and our value add was health and fitness. But there's a company, like a real company, like legit fucking company. Okay. We have investors, like legit companies do get investors. Some are built from the ground up. Power to you, dude. Like that's fucking awesome. You know, we're able to network investors because I was training at one of the nicer gyms in Reno, personal training clients that turn into investors through networking at one of the nicer gyms in Reno. So it's like, that's exactly what happens. And we're able to put a real business together, and that's turned into a successful business. You know, one things, you know, Andy talks about in the MSCO podcast is nowadays, like, people want to hate on us and like we're this, we're that. I'm putting my claws into people fucking people over. Like the tone of the conversation is like, we just fuck people over.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, I don't care anymore, because one of the biggest things nowadays that I 100% agree with, if you're fucking people over, you're going to be out of business inside of 30 days.
Yep.
Like the word of mouth spreads like that.
Yeah.
Between Yelp and like, how'd you find us?
Yeah,
Yelp.
just Google. Yeah.
Yelp, Google, you're going to find nothing but good things, right? We've worked hard for those. And those are the ones that are just published. Like Yelp, their algorithm is freaking weird. There's like 300 reviews on our deal, but only so many published because you have to have cred, like street cred on your Yelp review. But either way, if you're not providing value, actually changing people's lives and helping people and providing a service people enjoy, you're not going to be in business. Our success, regardless of our investors, is because we provide value to people's lives, and people value showers. People value. I had a member come up to me yesterday at 11 a.m. He's like, dude, I just went and dropped in at the couple gyms, not in town. He's traveling. And he's like, I want to come and thank you for buying good equipment. He's like, and maintaining it and the cleanliness of these gyms and stuff. He's like, thank you so much for doing it right. And I was like, well, thank you for choosing us and spending your money here. It's a relationship. Yeah. You guys spend your money here, we're able to provide a service and value. That's how it works nowadays. You can't do what we're doing by not doing right by people. It's that simple.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have just hit year 5 of Double Edge if we weren't doing the right things by people.
Yeah, people always ask me about the bathrooms when I'm talking up the gym.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, they're nice. Like they got fucking Q-tips in the jar, nice. And I'm like, well, you know, I use the bathroom, but I don't like shower there or anything because I don't need to. But
save your water bill for homeboy here this month.
I've showered there a few times. Dope. They got body wash.
You're the one popping out of the doors at 1 a.m. Like a cow taking a shower in the middle of the night. Feeds won't let me take a shower because I didn't pay my rent 2 hours.
He's filling up jugs of water and shit. But I think it says something when you got like dudes like fucking Brandon at 5:30. Dude's an orthodontist, probably makes $250 a year or something, and he's in there using the shower. Like, you know, it's not just like, oh shit, I need a shower real quick. It's like legit people.
Well, it's like our goal was to provide services for the business professional.
Yeah.
Like it was, so these people who have a busy day, work hard, have kids, families, can come in for an hour, get legit ass workout, but be able to take a shower and not have to sit there and everybody's fucking I'm not going to say it, but everybody naked in the community shower. And it's like, I wanted it to be where I wanted to go, right? I wanted a clean facility. I wanted showers that were nice with never ending hot water. Like, call me fucking princess because of that. It's nice that I can sit in there and soak my back and not worry about hot water running out.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to carry a towel to the gym with me every day. Towel service alone, if we didn't install the washers and dryers, would be for these 2 gyms probably around $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Okay. We did washers and dryers. The gym I ran before, we had towel service. I was like, this isn't going to be fucking sustainable. So we had to add them in, and the staff, we all fold the towels and provide that service because I hated when I had to go to like 24 hours or something. I always had to have a towel, and you forget your towel, you're drying off with your sweaty ass shirt. Like anybody that's been in the gym life, like it sucks. You know that it sucks.
Yeah.
Those basic necessities that are just nice to have, we wanted to provide. And I know the South Gym was a little bit delayed on the AC functioning properly. It's fully up to par now. Everything's brand new.
Ever since we've been there, it's been good.
Yeah.
There was a moment, man, we tried to milk some old units because these gyms aren't cheap to start up.
Yeah.
And we had diesel heaters running in the wintertime inside the gym, trying to gas everybody out because all the
Get a
units
little
went out.
cheap buzz while you work out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
50 calories in there.
I would be stoked.
Sitting by the generator.
But it's like, to run AC, most CrossFit gyms you go into, you're not going to have
They don't
AC.
even have
So,
it.
no.
Yeah.
It was
So it's like that alone. I want AC. Dude. Call me a fucking princess. I don't
really
care. It's
funny.
nice.
Me, Leo, and Sabrina did our level 2 in Aromas, California, where the CrossFit Games, like the first CrossFit Games, happened at the ranch, and we're there doing our level 2, and it was in the middle of the summer. And one of the ladies was talking about how she's doing our program, like, oh, we're doing all these running workouts and this and that. It's like, but our members are dying, so we got to scale it to this. We've actually cut a lot of it out because it's like record temperatures and stuff. And we were talking about our program. She's like, oh, you guys like do a lot of running? And I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, well, how do you guys do that? How do you survive in the gym? Like, we have AC. She's like, what? Like, no one has AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're mostly in like warehouses, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
not going to pay for AC in a big ass warehouse and
Yeah.
drive forklift through all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just we're very much out of the norm, and I think like going back to like people being uncomfortable with that is it's not the traditional CrossFit gym. Like I can think of one person specifically actually quit the gym because he said it was too nice.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And they weren't fucking around either.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to get grungy. He
want
wanted
blood on
chalk,
the
sweat,
bars.
blood, spitting
Yeah.
ass
Jesus,
everywhere.
dude.
Which I get it. There is a mentality for that. Like, and there's a hardcore training lifestyle and culture around that. I
Yeah.
get it. It does exist.
Just not our thing.
It's not our thing.
I don't get it. If anyone out there listening like that, you better fucking stop, dude. Come to double edge. That's fucked up. You don't want other people's blood or sweat on that shit, dude. That's fucked up. Double edge, you could use a white towel on the black mat. Not even black. That's how clean it is, dude.
Especially on Thursday afternoons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we detail the gym.
That's the full detail.
Okay.
Yeah, so man, I don't know. We wanted a relationship with all the gym owners. There's a few of them that are super rad. Like one of the gym owners in town, he used to personal train my wife at St. Mary's, and they're a great family, great community. And, running a gym is hard work. It's not easy at all. It's very emotional, a lot of relationships, a lot of things like that. And I know a lot of these gym owners, they have a lot going on in their gyms, right? There's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. It's very emotionally vested. And on the flip side, you see some assholes like us come in and open up these meccas. You might get scared. Like, I'm going to lose what I've done and what I've built. But from the beginning, we came into the marketplace the highest priced. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've always been the most expensive, highest value in town. Period. We had a group of 20 people walk into the South Gym when we opened. They said, if you can match my price, and they had a bro deal, their price that they're paying did not match this gym's advertised pricing at all. It's like, we all pay this. We really want to come to your guys' gym, but we need to be close to this price. I said no. Straight up said no. I could have taken 20 members right then from a gym. I said, no, I will not price war with anybody in town. We are the best. We provide the best gyms. It's going to cost money. It costs money. If you want to come to our gym, 100%, come in, try us out, but you're going to pay our prices at everybody else. We aren't going to do any price wars. Now, there are gyms that have opened up in other cities like Los Angeles and stuff that have come into the marketplace and immediately cut rates out from underneath everybody. So they had the financial support that allowed them to undercut everybody for like a year, right? And then they grew their business. These other little gyms went out of business, and then they had all the members, and then they raised the rates.
Yeah, kind of monopolized it.
That is a business tactic. It really is. And when we went into this, we did some promotions, right? You can come try us half price for a month. That was it. And this whole group actually did try us out with one of our grand opening promotions at the South Gym, which is fine, whatever. We're going to do promotions. Every business does promotions, but ultimately you're ending up into our rates. And like we could have played those games, but our core values and who we are as people don't allow that, and I never will. If you want to be a part of our community and provide value and come and participate in here, do that, but don't try to get me to play these games. Like, I'm not going to do it.
That's
and
not right.
There's gyms around town that promote the double-edged discount. If you quit our gym and come to you save 25%, whereas another member in your gym might be paying full price, but because you quit our gym and come there, they get the double-edged discount. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Whoa.
So
that's
it's like
so gnarly.
And I don't care anymore. This shit used to eat at me.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the last 93 days, I've learned to not give a fuck about a lot of things and to focus
in a good way.
in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
actually,
you don't let petty shit get to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you hear about stuff,
I started
like that,
giving more fucks about the right things.
Yeah,
and that's only going to project you further.
Yeah. Dude, people if you're even halfway serious about your fitness or getting fit or anything, like the price is not an issue with everything you get at Double Edge. Like, forget the facility and all that, but just like, one, the community, two, everything else you can pick up if you care enough to be coachable and learn, and like
great relationships.
All the coaches, dude, I could text Chris right now and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or what should I do to stretch this or anything? I get a text right back. Like, she doesn't need to fucking do that, dude. She's off the clock. But that's how it is. Like, if you want to learn, like getting a massage from Stephanie, she's fucking explaining to me like how my shoulder works and why this shoulder's sore because I'm not strong enough on this side. Do these exercises to strengthen this up over here. It's like, dude, I paid $75 to get a massage and she's giving me like an anatomy lesson. She's like, is this too much? I'm like, no, like, please, I want to learn. Like, I want to know all about it. And I'm just getting that shit for free. Like, dude, it's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure when it cut out, but to go back to your point earlier about like what's making us legit is, we're all extremely passionate about what we're doing. Like to your point, what you're just saying right now is we're all extremely passionate about what we're doing. And what makes a gym legit is if you care about your facility. So if you keep it clean, like there's not blood, shit, and ass all over, unless that's your jam, then I guess, that's your thing.
It's not
but
a jam, man.
It's not, but I mean, for most people, it's not. Right. So you have a clean facility and then you have coaching and people who really care about your members that come in. Like you put your best foot forward to provide them the best experience. Like you could have a 500 square foot gym, and if that's all you can afford, like I don't know why you're laughing so hard. But I think I might have
to bring it up.
I think like if you're working in a 500 square foot spot, you got 4 members, but you're making it the best fucking experience possible for those 4 people. Like that's legit. Like just because we have 2 really nice places, like that alone doesn't make us legit. If we were all shit coaches that didn't care about any people that came through the gym, 1, we wouldn't be in business. And 2, then we wouldn't be legit,
Yeah.
Well, they say one thing: opening the size facilities we opened is fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot of square footage, it's a lot of overhead, it's a lot of everything, and it's like, our purpose was to bring something to Reno, the fitness, which goes along with our vision for Reno, but to truly bring raise the standard. Right, raise the standard for, we're Double Edge Fitness. Yes, we're CrossFit affiliates. We believe in CrossFit. We love CrossFit, everything about it. But because we don't own that CrossFit name, we rent it. We always wanted to be able to bridge the gap between people that hate CrossFit. Like there's doctors in this town that say, oh, you do CrossFit, you're going to get fucked up and hurt and paralyzed and fucked for the rest of your life. They're telling this to an obese person on type 2 diabetic on 35 fucking meds.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, CrossFit's going to kill this person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to bridge that piece of like, fitness is medicine, fitness is health, fitness is life. like being fit, all these things. And we wanted to bring in facilities that could help us facilitate a broader impact.
Well, that and the community side of it is huge. I mean, a lot of people that I meet up with is their top two things that they pick that they love the most is the coaching or the community. It's one of those two that they choose first. Like you, for example, talking to Brian in the mornings, like you built a relationship with someone through a community. You know, if you're going to a Planet Fitness, you got your headphones on. You're not building any kind of community.
It would be weird to talk to someone.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's weird not to talk to someone at Double Edge. If you don't talk, it's like kind of awkward. It's way better saying
the community side of it, and like getting a group together and suffering together like that is like it's created some of like the best relationships I've ever seen. I've seen people get married, new business relationships. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
The kids.
Yeah, like the community side of it is huge.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I like. Like I was on the fence when he was telling me to go just because it was so much, and now that I've gone, and it's not even that much. Once you start going for a little bit and you budget for it, it's like, dude, this is well worth it. But the people I've met, and I've already made like gigs from members and like Zach and Brian. I'm part of that nonprofit thing with them. I got to go to this cool ranch, like ride a horse for my first time, shoot these sick guns.
Old Town Road, baby.
Yeah. But like I never would have done that if I didn't go to Double Edge. You know, it's so cool. Yeah. Or like see the competition side, or dude, Derek got me brand new shoes for shooting photos. Like I was using trainers.
And we had to get
like no gym.
Oh hell yeah!
No gym will do that. Nice. No gym owner will buy a member's shoes. They would be like, you know, I just don't see it happening. You know. Mm-hmm. So cool. So if anyone out there is trying to go to CrossFit gym, go to Double Edge, refer me.
Damn it, dude, I was going to say that.
Me too. Yeah, refer me, don't refer Alex.
You know, like what Derek was saying earlier, like we don't shy away from that. We are the most expensive in town. And sometimes, like you just said, it's hard. You come into the gym and you have to be able to invest a little bit in order to see that value.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know, if you've never ridden a dirt bike before and you ride some, like, thing made from Pakistan.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then you go and get on a Honda. Yep. Like you're not gonna know until you ride the Honda, and you're like, "Oh fuck, this is what a real dirt bike's about."
Japanese bike, not the Pakistani bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not gonna know until you kind of take that step forward and are willing to receive too, like being coachable.
Right.
As an example, if you come to the gym and you just got a bad attitude with everything all the time, like chances are you're not gonna go long term because you're not gonna be in the community very well. You're not going to get better at what you're doing because you're not listening to anybody, which happens. Like we'll have people come in and be just like this. So it's cool that you took that investment into like your fitness and you're seeing all these, both you guys, and you're seeing all these other positive things happen from, you know.
And that story, like what you said, is repeated so many times inside the gym. I've seen so much business take place, like it's fucking B2B central, but you're working out. But there's a component that people are missing, right? So it's like you start these B2B and these little networking groups and these rah-rah groups and stuff. Like, cool, I get to meet people, right? But there's something about when you suffer next to this person in your class, you're going through that same grind, you're giving fist bumps at the end, you're showing up every single day. There's a level of respect that's earned through that.
True.
Which makes it like, yeah, dude, let's do some business together.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's true. It's funny because I run a real estate meetup once a month, and like, I don't know what the people are doing throughout the month. You know, they just come to my meetup every month. But other than that, I have no fucking clue if they're just fucking off for the rest of the month. But if you see someone in the gym every day, you like relate to them. You're like, oh, this guy's probably doing some
working
good
hard.
shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're going through the same, that workout. And you know what it's like. Oh, you suffered through this. Oh, you suffered through that. I mean, an extreme example, it's kind of like Navy SEALs. Like those guys go through some shit together, but they're brothers till they die.
Right.
Like they'll be there for each other. Like they'll die for each other in a heartbeat kind of thing.
I mean, built through suffering.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very much different scale, but it's the same concept.
Yeah.
You know, struggling together, builds the strongest bonds for sure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We got Yelp review.
We got the Tech One Yelp review coming up.
Oh yeah,
Let me do it, dude. Put on your fucking pass because you got to do the intro.
Dude, relax, bro.
Relax.
Haven't done that second workout in a couple days. You got
fucking wired up,
dude. Yeah.
Don't fuck with me, dude.
What are we gonna do then? What are we gonna do?
We're gonna figure it out. Let's figure it out first.
Yeah.
All right. So we always do the Tech One shitty Yelp review of the week. So we'll ask the guest like what their favorite something is. I don't know, restaurant or somewhere where that would have a Yelp review. I guess we could do it on the gym, but let's not.
Yeah.
But somewhere that you guys like in town or not, that's somewhere where you can eat. We've done get your hair cut before. Somewhere that would have a lot of Yelp reviews.
All right, I got one.
Go ahead.
It's been on my mind since 2 Fridays ago, dude. Harris Steakhouse.
Oh,
Okay.
That 24-ounce ribeye was legit.
Okay. It was good.
It was good.
Harris Steakhouse.
There's Steakhouse, dude.
Tag 1. Shitty Yelp review. Harris Steakhouse. Right.
Damn.
I turned some dogs' heads.
That was
can that go on the Instagram video?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, well, this one's way too long, dude.
Yeah,
Let's write
pick like a-
fucking novel. All right, here's a medium one, and this person's name is Bai, so that tells you something right there. And she got 11 friends on here. Could be a he. It just says BI and then G, big. We could call them, but 39 reviews and 52 photos uploaded. So this is
Frequent user.
yeah, it is so disappointed. We wanted to dine at another highly rated steakhouse in Reno last night and changed our booking to go to Harrah's instead due to all these raving Yelp reviews. Bad mistake. The food was very disappointing. The spinach salad was soggy and the dressing tasted very strange. My husband's filet mignon was so chewy and tough that he couldn't eat it. My sirloin was a bit better, but only average tasting. The second filet my husband received was a bit better, but still far from perfectly cooked. The far from perfectly cooked complaint applied for both meats, the sirloin and the filet. We ordered 2 sides. The cream spinach was drowning in a cream sauce and super heavy. We couldn't eat it either. The best part of the food was the bread and the side of fries. Although the waiter apologized several times and offered my husband a free dessert, which he rejected because he had enough of the food he tasted so far, it was a very disappointing experience. Our opinion, please choose another place for a decent steak. 1 star.
Wow. So no, it's curious. I don't know if we can elaborate on this real quick.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Reviews interest me, right? Because you get, when you're the most pissed off.
Mhm.
And I think being a business owner, I appreciate it more. No, so if you have a shitty experience, your knee-jerk reaction is go leave a Yelp review or a shitty review. And I wonder, I try to be better about it, but I'm not great. But when I have good experience, leaving a positive review. Every time that thing clicks over, I'm like,
I know you're like, oh, did it shut off?
I mean, honestly, the best review is the repeat business, right? It's the me telling you guys that I had a legit ass steak. Like that's the stuff that actually pays the bills, and that's why one reason probably Harris Steakhouse is still an OG place in the basement there and hasn't had a restaurant makeover in 30 fucking years.
I would say our waiter said that he's been working there for like 38 years.
Yeah.
He's been doing the meat business for 55, and he's been working there for 38 or something.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I get irritated when I see shitty reviews.
Yeah.
But I also love the opportunity people get to fix them. So I love it when a business goes in there and you see that they rectified the situation. It's like, now that's for the fucking W.
Yeah.
Audio Express, I think it is in down South Virginia Street, right?
Yep.
They're OG. They've been here for a long time. Wise car, need a new thing. And dude, you go look at Audio Express reviews, fucking all over. Not Audio Express, any audio install in town. Their reviews are all over the place. There ain't shit for like consistent branded reviews. But Audio Express was the only one, even though they had shitty reviews, whoever manages their stuff went in there and like, hey, let me help. How can I make it better? How can I solve your problem? Dude, I wrote them a long ass one because when I went there, I had a great experience. Everything was awesome. So just interesting.
Yeah. That's why we do it.
Like I'd like to meet that person that wrote that and like, are you a fucking uptight motherfucker that can't be satisfied? Because
that's how it always is, especially at restaurants, dude. I worked at a restaurant for a long time, and it's always exactly what he said. Like, the waiter tries to make it better, and likely it's not the waiter's fault unless the service sucks. But oftentimes you go in on a Saturday night at 6 p.m. and the restaurant is fucking slammed and the cooks are slammed. Like everyone's ordering food at the same time. And then you think the waiter's doing a shitty job because it's taken a long time when it's really the kitchen's backed up and it's not even their fault, dude. They're staffed up. You think that the manager of the restaurant doesn't know that they're going to be slammed on Saturday at 6 p.m. Like they got all hands on deck and it still is just fucked no matter what. So people never take that into account.
No.
And then they always try to fix it, like offered them a free dessert. They brought him a second plate. But like people like that,
No
guarantee that it was probably pretty good. Like, especially on that second plate where they're like, hey, this was fucked up, or they said, I guarantee the cook took extra time making sure it was good. And then they're still just like in a shitty mood and like, oh no, it tastes like shit. Oh, well, can I get you a free dessert? Nah.
Have you ever seen the movie Waiting?
Yeah.
You know that scene where they're doing like the pan around the restaurant, they're going over everyone's experience, and the lady's super pissed about her meal. He's like, okay, I understand that, ma'am, but did you have to eat the whole thing before you told us?
Always like that, dude. Yeah, like this wasn't good. It's like, dude, you fucking down half of that already.
Yeah.
You're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
People are interesting, man.
We could talk about some of our bad reviews. I'll talk about a couple of them.
Yeah.
Our two worst reviews that we've ever had was from two people that we towed. The first person that
Never
we
stepped
towed,
foot in our gym. We just towed their ass because they went to us.
the first person that we towed worked at the building across from us.
What does
and-
toad mean?
Like towed their car out.
Towed
Like
their
a
car.
Towed that fucking car out of our parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh
that
my
shit
God.
out of here.
And we're like, this is our parking lot. Like, we have a lot of members coming in. Like, you guys, you can't park here. Like, this is our parking lot. And they're like, well, fuck you. This is our parking lot. Has been forever. And like, well, we bought the building and the parking lot. It's ours.
We actually
And
own
they're
this
like-
motherfucker.
Yeah, they're like, well, fuck you guys. And then just proceeded to go into work anyway and left their car there. And we're like, okay. Towed it, and then she came out hella pissed, left us review. These motherfuckers, they hate Reno. They're not good for the community, this and that, just going off about us. And that was one. And
We got
then
it removed because we had video footage and we could prove that she had never purchased a service from us.
yeah.
Right.
So it's
So it's like a bullshit review.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's another experience of this lady getting towed. She went to the other side, the other building across the street, the dispensary, and she got towed because we had a full parking lot. She got towed, and then he left. And then like 30 minutes later, I see this girl and her friend walking around the parking lot all confused. I'm like, oh, these are them. They're going to come in hella pissed. And I'm in the middle of teaching class. And she comes into the gym and she comes up to me like in the middle of the class. And so I walk with her to the door and she's like, I want to speak to the fucking manager right now. And I'm like, I'm the owner. And she went, oh, okay. She's like, what happened to my fucking car? I'm like, well, like, it's not there anymore. I'm assuming we towed it. And she's like, why did you tow it? And I'm like, are you a member here? She's like, well, no. I'm like, well, these are both of our parking lots. Like, you're not allowed to park
And there's
here. We have
signs everywhere.
Everywhere. She parked in front of a sign that said, please do not park here.
Yeah.
One of those.
And she got towed, and then she just started bawling. And she's like, how could you do this to me? Like, I hate you. I hate you. She just kept saying, like, I hate you. And then one of our other guys who was working there came over, is like, you need to leave. And she's like, fuck you, and just going off. And then they left. And I was like, okay, God, it's over. And then I go back to teaching class, and they come back in, and she's crying. She's like, I hate you. And I had to stop teaching class and go over and help them again. And I'm like, please, you need to leave. She's like, why would you tell me? This is bullshit, this and that. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. She's like, well, can you pay for my towing expense? It's like $300. Yeah. She's like, I called and she's like, it's like $300 to get my car back. Can you pay for it? I'm like, no. Like, that's not how it works.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
would you guys tow it and then pay for it too?
And then she
Just
proceeded
don't
to
tow.
tell us like to fuck off and all this other stuff. Then she left and I'm like, okay. And then she came back again and I'm like, fuck. So I go over to I'm like, what? Like, I'm starting to get pissed. And she's like, I fucking hate you guys. I'm like, I get it. What? Okay, what now? And she's like, can you at least give me a ride? And I'm like, no. What the hell's wrong with you? And then one of my buddies doing personal training. He was personal training a lawyer. And she started getting fired up. And she's like standing behind one of my buddies. She's like, you need to get the fuck out of here. And like getting all fired up. And I'm like, aren't you a lawyer? Like, don't you know how to handle this shit? And like, then they left. And she came back again. And I'm like, ladies, like, you guys just need to leave. I'm like, please leave. Call one of your friends, whoever it is, to come and pick you up. I'm sorry this happened. Just don't park in the parking lot anymore. then they left us a shitty review about how we're all scumbags. And
You should have just sent her the link to the Yelp, dude.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. On the first encounter, be like, here's the Yelp. Like,
I will
just
never
speed this
forget her asking to pay for it and then coming back and asking for a ride. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. It was the most awkward drive ever.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That was a nice car.
That was
That's
funny.
awesome, dude.
There's been a few doozies.
we had another guy piss on our door.
We had a guy take a shit on the side of the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
A member?
Not a man.
This workout sucked.
50 cal.
There's shit on this building.
You guys shit on me? Yeah. Shit on me.
No, there's a bum we had on video too. Just backed his ass right up to the wall.
Oh, this was our
Fucking-
opening day.
Yeah.
Opening day at
nice.
Midtown.
Yeah, backs
We
his
put,
ass is on video. He backs it at dude. This dude needs some fiber.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Yeah, all over a wall.
All
we used
over
the
the fucking
hashtag,
wall.
like between all the coaches, hashtag shit on the wall.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, day one, opening day, just shit.
Oh,
all
dude, it
over
was
the wall.
something.
Shit
It
on the
needed
wall.
scrubbed with like a file.
Yeah, me and my dad went out there with a putty knife
trying to get
and
this shit
like
off the
goof
wall.
off. And we were
Shut
just
up.
scraping and like spraying it in water. It's landing. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, dude.
It was
Multiple people, bums, have pissed on the building.
Yeah, well, so after the towing thing, we got a bunch of like stickers and we put it on the window, like big orange sticker, like don't park here. Like there's signs
These are those
everywhere.
fuck you stickers that you can't get off.
Yeah.
And well, he managed to get it off and then slammed it on our door and then pissed on the building
Oh, sick.
and then drove off.
During business hours.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Dude's got nothing to do.
Nothing.
Yeah. So
that's
all of our like bad Yelp experiences and everything has all been from like people that aren't supposed to park there.
Yeah.
And we tow them or put a sticker on their window. Right now, we got the fucking giant do not enter signs. I think the only bigger signs that we can do. Have you ever driven out to Susanville?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if you know, but like right there off the highway, like there are giant do not enter signs that are like the size of this room.
Okay.
It's like, okay, don't go that way. I think the only thing we could do now is get those. I remember
We
pulling
get
out
my
the
gates up and spikes and shit.
pulling out of the parking lot once, and we have the do not enter signs, and I'm sitting to leave the parking lot, and this lady's going to like turn, and she's sitting in the lane like where people are coming this way. Sorry, like you can't even come in this fucking way. Like, what are you doing?
Mean mugging us. dude.
Yeah, like we're the assholes. Like this happens all the time.
Always someone else's fault, dude. Like the
Always.
lady. I hate you. How could you do this to me?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, dude.
dude.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
person he's referring to, we went out and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, this is double-edged parking. You can't park here.
Oh yeah.
Can you please move your car?"
Right.
I towed her ass because she looked at me and basically said, "Fuck you, I'm parking here anyway," and went and did her business. I was like, "Oh, hell no."
Yeah.
Called them up,
Can't believe that you did that.
told
to me.
them right now because
Well,
they're going to yoga.
Oh, that's right.
Because
It was
they're gonna be
because
in
it
there an
wasn't
hour and a half.
dispensary yet.
No, most time
Yeah.
dispensary and people, you can't get a tow truck there quick enough. And
That's what it was.
like, the other businesses, we work pretty well with them now, but at first, because the building was empty for so long, you're just used to it. But they're going for hour and a half yoga. Dude, you don't think I'm gonna fucking tow your ass?
It was so funny,
Yeah.
dude. So funny. Like it was like kind of stressful because I was teaching class and like trying to deal with these people at the same time. So people are working out and I'm not coaching and I'm trying to like these people are making a giant scene in the building.
Yeah.
And like she just came in
elbows out.
completely defeated.
Well,
Can you
it
just give me
sucks
a
as a
ride?
new business, right? You just open up and you're having to tow people and deal with shitty Yelp reviews
Yeah.
and
Scrape shit off the wall.
scrape shit off the
shit on the
wall.
wall, man.
Yep.
Shit on the wall.
Yeah.
Should have signed him up, dude.
There's some
Get him on that fucking opening day discount.
Yeah.
It was still too much for him. That's
We got hella good people.
Yeah, you do.
Even people that have quit the gym to go somewhere else for budget reasons or whatever, they still are awesome human beings. And like,
Yeah.
you know, double edge, we want everybody to work out there, obviously, but it's not for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I coming from Double Edge and seeing like at New Kids the equipment there, I'm like, dude, where does they get this Craigslist and shit? You know, like some of them are different, and then he's like, no, we're just spoiled. We're used to it because I've never been in other gyms or worked out before. So to me, I was like, dude, all this other shit's like trash. You know, not in a bad way.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude, if they're on a budget or obviously, you
Well,
know,
we're the spoiled rich kids.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Well, you
right,
know,
yeah.
let's say a gym's got mixed match equipment like that. And again, if they're putting forth their best effort, like, you know, respect.
They're still going to crush
Sure.
it.
Yeah. It's funny because a lot of people will come to our gym first and then we'll either end up quitting for financial reasons or whatever, or go traveling on vacation and dropping other gyms. And I remember a member a long time ago that she thought that like we were the standard. Like that's how CrossFit gyms were everywhere. And she went on vacation and she went into a gym and it was like one of the back warehouse, like hella small, grungy
Middle
blood and
industrial
everything
park.
everywhere. And she said she like started crying. She's like, I can't do this.
No, like 70% of our members they've worked out before, but they've never done CrossFit before. It's new to them, right? So they don't have anything to really compare with. Now with the way Reno's growing and the changes in evolution, Reno and the amount of people moving here, like we've had people, granted Bay Area pricing in general is different than Reno still. And they come into our gym, they're like, this is only $169 a month. I pay $250 or $300 and we all share the same toilet and 3 people to a bar.
Damn.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like New York is super different than.
But there's some
like,
gyms in New York that are fucking insane.
Well, yeah, we dropped in at a couple gyms just to go look at them, not to work out, and we were looking at some of their month-to-month rates. Like one gym in New York, their month-to-month was like $425 a month.
Damn.
You couldn't do any bar muscle-ups or anything. You couldn't use barbells. Everything was kettlebells and dumbbells.
Very limited CrossFit.
Yeah,
Holy
tall
shit.
people had to go work out in a different corner because the ceilings were so low. Like one part of the room, the ceiling was a little bit higher, kind of like in here.
But they did have a barista on your way in and out.
Yeah,
Like
but
actual
that's
mixing coffee and
month to
shit.
month. It's over $400 a month for that. But yeah, we'll have people come in from San Diego, and they're like, one guy was like, "Dude, I would drive here from San Diego for this price."
Fucking doing kettlebell swings and hitting the drop ceiling.
Yeah,
Gosh.
There's gyms that have the tiles taken out of the areas of the drop ceiling, and the rings are hanging through that.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Wow, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. What else we got, boys?
Sweet, dude. I think we could. I mean, we have more, but we're running out of time already. But
And I got technical difficulties.
yeah,
Fucker. You're
Could
welcome.
always do a part two, you know.
yeah,
we should.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. But yeah, so we'll start wrapping it up, I guess. So we always ask the guests that come on. So you guys are how old? You're 34 and 27.
I'll be 28 next month.
Damn, I'm good, dude.
Damn, you are good, man.
So we
That's
always
weird,
ask, in your 34 and 27 years of life experience, what's your one best piece of life advice, one takeaway that you could give to anyone, no matter where they're at, lowest of the lows, or they're killing it already, no matter what they're doing, what's your best life advice for people?
Besides drink water.
That could be it. I don't know.
Honestly, going back to the beginning of my life, if I could 100% own what goes into my mouth every single day, like consciously being aware of what you eat. Like, don't mindlessly eat.
Dang. In my head, I'm thinking of something way deeper. One piece, if I was only given one, I'm bad at shit like this because I always like try and like go super deep.
Wants to write a
One
book.
Yeah, one piece of life advice. One thing that I try and live by is you can learn something from every single person you meet in your life, no matter who they are, what walk of life they came from, to better yourself. So always try and learn something from everyone.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
give a
What's
fuck
yours,
about your
dude?
children.
Mine, I couldn't have said it better, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, myself, couldn't have said it better, guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
What about you?
Same.
See? You
That's
see what I'm
exactly
saying?
what I was thinking too, dude.
I just was like, what they said, you know, put the quotes, if you're writing it out, put the quotes underneath what they said, you know.
Oh, yeah. 50.
Did he?
Yeah.
Follow me.
Soon to be 75.
Soon to be 75 after I complete that 75 hard.
75 cal.
75 Cal. The myth,
Look.
the legend. Look at these guns.
Hey, I think it grew.
Yeah, dude.
Did. That's right.
I keep telling them to
iPhones.
get a
You're
scan.
going to have to get the ink filled in.
Yeah. I got a budget. You know, it's
Yeah.
expensive for tattoos.
Yeah,
so.
2 hours later, rent shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because
I
that
haven't
guy didn't
recovered.
fucking charge him interest, dude. Charge him 10% a day.
It was a couple hours, dude.
I know, dude. You almost had to pay an extra 60.
Oh,
I hit you every day with the Venmo 60, 60, 60.
I just decline.
I did
You
that to
fucking
Joel
would,
once to mess with him the very first time I got
What'd you
Venmo.
request? Like $100,000?
I requested the highest amount you could. I requested $100,000
$100,000,
from him,
dude.
from Joel to see what he would do, and he denied me.
Yeah, he does that
Damn
to me
it.
all the time. Like, hey, can you like fucking put the trash can out and it was Apple Pay request 5,000.
I'm surprised I haven't got a request from you in the gym.
Well, I like,
Oh, dude, that's ballsy.
like you're the owners, you know. I gotta have a little more respect. Like we're like in a few months, you might, you know, when we're closer friends.
I got you.
Yeah.
After this podcast, as soon as you walk out the door, it's like $5,000 podcast.
I remember when I sent him some money, I was like, inspire me.
Yeah. That was sick because I commented on the 50 cal account.
Okay.
You know, that when you used you said 50 cal is here to get healthier.
right.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that is so funny. That was sick. Yeah, dude. So
Yeah, dude.
anyone listening, make sure to refer me. If you go to Double Edge, refer me, not Alex. Alex really doesn't go there.
It's true, dude.
All right, dude. Whatever. Good one, Alex. Let's not forget to rate and review the show. And, dude, scroll down on the podcast app. Reps of Disciplines at our recommended listeners.
Yeah, it should really be right there. Last
Yeah.
time I looked, you just scroll all the way down and it says you may also be interested in this. It was like the second one.
Yep.
So easy to find their podcast, Reps of Discipline. And make sure to rate our podcast. Our podcast.
Saw a little stomach. You're like, God damn it.
5 stars and leave us a funny negative commented review so we can do review of the week every week. And more importantly, make sure to tell your friends about the Go to Bed podcast. If you get anything from this episode or any of the episodes, you laugh, you cry, what else can you do to these?
I don't know. Get aroused.
If you had some like casual arousal, like, just go ahead and tell your friend and maybe they can get aroused too. Go to bedpodcast.com for everything relating to this show. And a quick shout out to our sponsors again, at Walton's Coffee House on Instagram for that homemade Italian food. And harmoniouscbd.com. Use code go to bed for 10% off at checkout.
Yep.
Anything else, 50?
Dude, anyone out there with a deep pocket, $100,000 for a tattoo? I'm still looking, you know. And tell a friend. And also, if you guys got any fan art, you know, we need to fill up these walls. I was thinking we can get some fan art from some people, you know, some home drawings or home decor, or you know, if anyone out there has a fucked up barbell, 50 cows looking for a barbell for his outside backyard workouts. Dude.
We are looking for a home
I
barbell.
might front snatch, catch, and throw over the fence.
Dude,
2 rounds.
front snatch catches are my favorite.
They're so hard, dude. So hard. I bet you no one in the games could be doing that right now. It's only like a Nornev thing, you know?
Yeah.
No one named.
Guarantee you, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking smash Biddy with that barbell when she's walking by.
I'll throw it at the garbage truck and shit. like a 300 spear, like the movie, you know? With the barbell. Yeah.
What the fuck? I was trying to throw it away.
Fuck you. And just walk away. They're like, what the fuck? That guy with the mullet. Like,
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Get a pillow on our website. Get a blanket. It's really cold. And, you know, go to bed.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for coming on again. And good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Cut that check, cut that check, cut that check.